Baseball, America's favorite pastime. In case you are not a baseball fan or do not watch sports, the Boston Red Sox are world champions. Now, it has not always been a success for the Boston Red Sox franchise. In fact, most of the Red Sox history is full of negativity and loss. For those of you who do not know about their long history, today is your lucky day. You're going to learn about one of the greatest baseball teams and franchises in the country. According to Simon & Schuster in the Baseball Encyclopedia, the franchise was originally formed in Ohio in 1893. They were a part of the Western Minor League system. They eventually moved to Boston in 1900, where they were named the Boston Americans. It was in 1907 where they had received so many letters in the mail about their Red Sox that the owner gave in to the fans and changed the team name. For their first 18 years in Boston, the Sox won 4 championships, including one of the first World Series in 1903. In 1912, they opened the field that they still play on today, called Fenway Park. It is the oldest stadium in professional baseball and one of the biggest attractions. One of the biggest things that Fenway is known for is the Green Monster. According to Michael McComber, the Green Monster is a 35-foot wall and that has stolen numerous home runs over the years. One of their most famous players that played for Boston was Babe Ruth, also known as the Great Bambino. Maybe you've heard of him. According to the Charleston Gazette, in 1920 the Red Sox sold him to the New York Yankees to fund the owner's wife's musical. From 1918 until 2004, the Red Sox never won a World Series, and they would lose in dramatic fashion some of those seasons. This is where we coined the phrase, the curse of the Bambino. In that time span, they made it to the playoffs 10 times and the World Series 7 times. You would expect a team to make it that far that many times to win at least one World Series, but the curse seemed to have a strong grip on this team. Most of their losses during the series were heartbreaking, including Bill Buckner's infamous play in 1986, where he runs a play that was routine. He had done it a million times, and for whatever reason couldn't pull through, and caused the team to lose the series. The Red Sox have had some amazing players come through their franchise, some that would even be called the greatest around. Even though they had the best players in the league, they could still never get that elusive World Series win. Now in 2004, they had a revamped roster and a new general manager who changed their entire team around. They made the playoffs where they were going to play their rivals, the New York Yankees. In this 7-game series, the Red Sox had lost their first 3 games and were 1 game away from elimination. The fans were preparing for another heartbreak end to another heartbreaking season. But the Red Sox came fighting back, fighting hard to win the next 4 games. According to Nelson Mel, they were the first team in MLB history to ever come back to win a 7-game series after being down 3 games to none. They went on to win the World Series where they beat the St. Louis Cardinals. This was their first World Series in 86 years. The curse of the Bambino had been broken. Since their win, they had not looked back and had been doing very well. They won another World Series in 2007 and then another this past season. This team has made their fans, and myself, very proud to be a Red Sox fan.